Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our first Act Now session of the forum and welcome two speakers who have each, oh, that's all right, part of the furniture, two speakers who have remarkable initiatives supporting inclusive climate action. Our first one, please welcome to the stage, Gwenaelle Avice-Huet, Chief Strategy and Sustainability Officer, Schneider Electric and Women's Forum Rising Talent of 2018. Gwenaelle, please come and join me. And with Gwenaelle, we have Sandrine Dixson-Declève, Co-President Club of Rome. Welcome to Gwenaelle and to Sandrine. Fantastic. Now, I know that you would like to give more in-depth into your initiatives. Who is going to start first? Gwenaelle? Amazing. Please. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here today. You know, I'm just flying from the US, and a week ago I was in Egypt for the COP, and I would like to share with you what I see in terms of dynamism around sustainability. Everybody is talking about sustainability. You have on one side governments trying to push the agenda on that front, and you have companies involved. What do you think about it? You know, there is a momentum, of course. In reality, when you look more in details on sustainability, either some people may think this is a compliance matter. For us, this is not the case. Sustainability is the passport to operate. It's the way we want to operate in the future. It's the only way. But what sustainability is about? Someone will tell you it's climate change, and we have to act on climate change. Of course, this is one part of the puzzle, but it's not enough. Sustainability is the whole spectrum. You know, it's climate, it's social, it's governance. And on social, it's a lot of things that we have to do. I just wanted to highlight that because we've just been nominated by Standard & Poor's on the top score for our industry, which is so important because at the end of the day, it's the Dow Jones Sustainability Index. And we think that when it comes to investors' recognition and attracting talents, the thing that will matter is sustainability. And maybe sometime people will tell you what matters is to have good financials. At the end of the day, it's the same. Everything is intertwined. If we want to act on climate, if we want to act on people, if we want to act on business, everything is intertwined. We need to have sustainable companies. That's why at Schneider Electric, we wanted to be the most renowned company on sustainability, and that's not easy. We've been investing on that for the past 15 years of investments. And you will tell me what this investment is about. We are a tech company, a technology company. When you see a product that is released today on the market, it's been 10 years that we invested in those products. And we took the commitment, and we tried, and sometimes we fell. But what matters is that we take this long-term view that sustainability will make a huge difference. And I think that companies should go in that direction. That's the only way we can differentiate on financial markets, but also attracting talents. And today, the culture of companies is so important. We have in Schneider Electric been investing for the past 15 years, so now everybody's talking about sustainability. I'm in charge of sustainability, but I'm in charge of nothing. Because in reality, the power is in our people. And I think that what makes a company stronger is the ability for people to go in the same direction, motivated by one purpose, which is around sustainability. That's the only way we make a difference. And in addition to that, I have one personal commitment, which is diversity along the line. Along the line. It's the role of women in our technologies. When we think about the energy sector, 80% of the emissions worldwide are coming from the energy sector. So if we want to change and to have an impact on climate, we have to work on energy. We have to work on energy. But when you look, not so many women are working on the energy sector. We have to change that. And there is no reason we cannot achieve it. How to do that? How to do that? Quotas, making sure that we attract women, but it's also working in depth with schools, with universities. In Egypt, for example, we work with school, engineering school, and we want that at least 40% of the students that we attract on this school, that we train on energy, at the end of the day, they become electricians, and we need electricians. 40% of those women are, at the end of the day, with a passport in order to be electrician. 40% of the students are women. This is our commitment. In countries like Egypt, where it's not easy, and that's the only way big companies can make a difference, because we invest in those countries, and we want, at schools, at universities, to finance dedicated programs for which we will make a selection and for which women will have a role. That's the only way we operate. Sustainability as a passport to operate in the future. Very concrete example, that's the only way we can differentiate.
Thank you so much. Gwenaelle, thank you so much for your passionate and inspiring words. Really, it's wonderful to have you here and share everything and your experience at COP27, which is so, so important. Thank you so much. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Sandrine Dixson-Declève, who will also talk about her initiative. Thank you so much. Sandrine, please come up.
Lovely ladies, this is not about my initiative. This is about our initiative. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to shake you up a little bit. I've also come from COP. The results from COP are despicable. Why? Because it was pretty much run by special interests, run by what I call the 3 Ps: profit, power, and patriarchy. Nothing that we needed came out of COP, apart from loss and damage. Fossil industry, 650 people went through the corridors. The power and the profit and the penis syndrome dictated the outcome of COP. This is the era of women. We need to feminize not only COP, by the way, 35% of the negotiators were women. We need to feminize our economy. We need to feminize our financial system. We need to feminize our governance and our society. What does that mean? This is not being feministic. This means that we place a value on what is most essential. The compound effects of COVID, climate, and conflict need women at the center. Why? Because women know. Women know that it is our responsibility to protect those that are most dear, to ensure that we put in place the social systems that enable our lives and livelihoods, as we saw in the care economy, to ensure that we have in place the governance system that puts people, planet, and prosperity, not those first 3 Ps, in focus. That is the role of women today. When you leave this room, do not forget that that is your responsibility. Not to be a man in a skirt. Not to continue to think that technology is going to get out of the mess that has been created by a series of patriarchies that have decided that the over-financialization of the current economy is the way to move forward. A total disconnect with the way in which our economic system should be servicing people. Why is it possible that shareholder value goes up when 10,000 people are fired? Who put that in place? Who thought that that was actually creating the underpinning of survival or even thriving? So this era of women started already 50 years ago by some incredible thought leaders, including the woman that wrote The Limits to Growth, the seminal report that the Club of Rome published 50 years ago. Dana Meadows indicated to all of us that we needed to be systems thinkers, that we needed to use our head, our heart, and our soul in order to ensure that the way in which we thrive through our economies is not by depending on an extractive economy, but looking beyond GDP. Other women have built on that model. Mariana Mazzucato currently tells us that we need a mission economy, one that does not just thrive on a testosterone joyride to the moon, but instead is a planet shot. Or we know that there's Kate Raworth in Donut Economics, an economic model that places social needs at the heart of the center of the donuts and look at the planetary boundaries as the outskirts. Or we know that we have 5 key countries across the globe run by women who have already put in place a well-being economy, one that places a value on social, environmental, and on economic indicators. So my message to you is, first of all, I'm not bringing forward a climate initiative. I am bringing forward our way of living. Our way of living has to be one where we empower ourselves and we look at the construction of an Earth for All. Our newest book, Earth for All, A Survival Guide for Humanity, puts together poverty, inequality, empowerment, food, and energy as the 5 key turnarounds that will enable us to get out of the mess that was already put in place by so many patriarchies before us. If we want to step up to the plate, it is not about the me, it is about the we. It is not about the ego, it is about the eco. That is our role as women. It's not about one initiative, it's about our initiative, turning around this world so that we can create an Earth for all. Thank you.
Well, Gwenaelle, Sandrine, thank you so much for your incredibly powerful words and inspiring speeches with us today.